you are all ready and sitting comfortably,
Yes.
then welcome
Seatbelts
Dr.
on.
Dr. Masha Malka Audrey Spearing. Welcome to Across the Pond, a conversation with David and Howard. You are both incredible coaches. You have your own practices, but you are also now collaborating together, which I think is fantastic. Masha, can you tell us a little bit about yourself as an executive coach, just as an introduction?
Sure. Thank you for this intro. Thank you for having us. So I've been a coach for over 2 decades. I was actually, fun fact, the very first coach in Marbella, Spain, where I reside for the last 28 years. And I learned about coaching when I was doing my MBA course, and I was focusing on leadership. And then there was this course in coaching. I never heard of coaching before that. It was early 2000s. And I immediately understood that this is something that I've been doing all of my life, wasn't getting paid for it. Now I can get paid for it. And that's how I found my calling. I created my own coaching program, and it's been really, really successful. I've been coaching executives, entrepreneurs, and not necessarily executive entrepreneurs. I've been coaching people from across all different walks of life. In this last 20, it's a long time to coach different parts of the world, from New Zealand to Europe to US. I'm an American citizen. I'm just enjoying my life in the south of Spain. And coaching allows me to do that because I can coach from anywhere in the world. So that's a little bit about me.
Makes a ton of sense. If I have to ask a question, I'd like Audrey to introduce herself and what she's doing right now or why she's working with you.
Sure.
Audrey.
So, yeah, thank you. Yeah, like Masha said, thank you so much for having us. Really appreciate your time. So as you know, I just said I'm Irish. I've lived in Spain for 24 years. I originally actually career-wise, I actually did a degree in business studies and I managed businesses for many years and realized that I really wanted to be out there with people more so than managing and sitting in an office. So I went back to college again and I did a 4-year degree in sports and physical education and sports and that kind of thing. So
Right.
then I went kind of more down the physical route for many years, teaching people anatomy and physiology. Then I got into massage, reflexology, nutrition, all the kind of holistic side of things. And then did many courses in coaching. I did Tony Robbins Master University, and also trained with a coach, a more spiritual coach
Okay.
in Spain with my lovely Indian teacher. So myself and Masha have been friends for, I'm not exactly sure, but I think around 20 years.
You
Around
don't
that.
know. Okay, that's
Yeah,
fine.
so we know each other a very, very long time, and we don't live too far apart from each other. And we socialize together. We have, some same friends groups. Our children, actually, we were neighbors. We lived in the same neighborhood. She lived across the road from me. So, many years being together through so many divorces and businesses and so many things. So we always said, let's do something together. And Masha does slightly different things that I do, but we both deal with people. We both deal with like wanting to help people to find freedom in their mind and their body and their spirit and their finances. So we decided, let's get together and put our heads together. And between us, we created ShiftHub, which is a platform. It's online and offline, obviously, but it's for women and it's by women. And we want to create a global village of like-minded women to really create a sisterhood, create a community, create a safe place where people can go and go and grow together. So that's what we've decided to do, and we've launched it in November. It's a new project.
Excellent.
Go ahead, Howard.
What was it that inspired you to work together? Was it the thing about having a retreat, or what was it that or for argument's sake, is this just an experiment working together? I mean, You've both got your own practices. Tell us a little bit more about the retreats that you've got and how they work,
Yeah.
and what your involvement is in that.
Yeah,
So
you're asking myself or Masha?
yeah, let me just
Yeah, go.
Leah, let me say something quickly. Then you can also.
Yeah, sure.
So
Okay.
we actually collaborated on other projects together. So it's not the first project. We
Excellent.
worked. Yes, we worked
That
before.
was coming to my
And
question. Thank you.
yeah, and we were looking. So from what Audrey just described, we really complement each other. We have the same sense of purpose and mission, where we want to make the lives of people better. Audrey mainly does it through the body, through helping physically people, and I do it through the mindset and emotions. Exactly. So the combination of Audrey and myself creates a really powerful offer. Not only that, I think we're very compatible in our character. So Audrey is known as the fun one. She's Irish after all. I'm known as a more serious one. But and actually I'm learning to be more fun, and she's learning to be more more serious. But it's a great way for both of us as well to rub off each other and to learn and to grow as we build this business. And we bring this to this energy, you know, when they say 1 + 1 = 11, that's kind of how I see it in this
I
partnership.
agree.
Or did you want to add anything?
Yeah, sure. I mean, in the past, myself and Masha have obviously been doing our own things personally, but I've been doing many retreats. I hold retreats in Bali, I hold retreats in Dubai, I hold retreats in Spain. Some of them are my own retreats, some of them I collaborate with different people, some are more on the spiritual side of things, meditation, mindfulness, physical yoga, others are more fitness orientated. So a big combination. And it's good to, for me, I feel that when you're working by yourself as a coach or as a physical therapist or as a one-to-one mentor, it can be a little bit lonely. Not saying lonely, I mean, obviously you're talking to people all day long, but it's so nice for me personally. I love fun and I love energy and I love to be with people. So I like to collaborate with people and be part of a team because I find it more interesting and more fun personally. That's why I like doing collaborations, that I'm not just working by myself. So myself and Masha have a retreat planned in the south of Spain, November coming up this year, because we launched our business in November, actually.
Okay.
And we wanted to celebrate our 1 year anniversary by having a retreat in the south of Spain. So we've just actually booked the hotel. So we're going to make a beautiful program of everything got to do with mind, body, soul, being in the nature. It's right beside the beach. We do lots of different things, breathwork, yoga, mindset stuff, emotional freedom techniques, so many tools. So we've combined both of our knowledge together and create a kind of holistic approach to get all the ladies together. So we're really looking forward to holding that.
We also invite people from our community to collaborate with us during such retreats, like those who would qualify to do that. Yeah. Because ShiftHub is not just a community for the sake of community, it's also a place that offers opportunities to women. And our niche is women 40 plus, so going through midlife transition. And there's a lot that's happening at this time of our lives, not just for women, for men as well, but we're starting with women. And we want to create a place where women feel safe, where women feel connected, where they can share what is happening in their life and hear what other women went through, and get really specific help and advice on, let's say, maybe hormones or career change, or, you know, if somebody going through divorce, we have an academy side to our community where there's courses that they have access to. And also something that makes us different to most other communities out there is that we offer what we call shift circles. They're small peer groups of 6 to 8 people only, and we carefully select who goes into which group. So it's interesting for women. It's kind of like a mix. It's not really a mastermind, and it's not really a coaching group, and it's not really a therapy group. We use the formula that, yes, go ahead, Howard.
So are these more like little containers that they can bounce off and support each other?
Yeah, yes, but it is professionally facilitated. So there is a structure to that. It's not that just people just come together. There is a specific structure. We use the model of the forums that's used in YPO, Young Presidents Organization. So I'm trained, I'm a professional facilitator for this group.
Okay.
And so I decided to bring that into our community because it is so valuable and effective. And that's something that we all also offer as part of the ShiftHub community.
Excellent.
So, Audrey,
Yeah.
I am so curious. I'm going to ask you a couple questions. But one is, I feel you have an athletic presence. Oh, she's drinking again.
It's only water.
So you say. At the end of the day, it's funny. I feel that you have an athletic presence. And what I'm thinking there is Howard and I've actually talked with a couple of athletes, all their presence, their walk of life, their coaching. And where does that feed into you? Or maybe I'm all wrong. I'll say something else.
Yeah, no, you're right. So like I explained earlier on, I actually really loved sport and I played sport for my country. I represented my country. I played netball, which is a very big sport in Europe, and I
Okay.
was the captain of the Irish netball team under 16, under 18, under 21, and senior. So I traveled all around the world with my little green tracksuit on and my hair in green ribbons and playing netball and listening to my national anthem. So that was beautiful. Also, I went to the Barcelona Olympics when I was 17.
Wow. All
Yeah,
right.
because what happened, I was actually quite blessed because I used to volunteer and help younger people who like lived in underprivileged areas, and I used to volunteer to help and do
Okay.
different projects and stuff like that. So there was a chance that four people from every country all over the world was chosen to go to the Junior Olympics in Barcelona in the Olympic Village directly adjacent to the main Olympic Village where all the major athletes
Okay.
were. And we had to go for an interview and write an essay and say why we should be chosen. And obviously, I used my Irish charm and I got picked. So I went to the Barcelona Olympics and I was again chosen as lead captain of the Irish team. So I went to all of the opening ceremonies, the closing ceremonies. It was the Olympics where Freddie Mercury was singing Barcelona with that
Oh
one.
my goodness.
Yes, it was amazing. I went to all the gymnastics. I went to the new camp, the football stadium with 120,000 people. And I remember I had my hair in a perm with a straight fringe, which was not cool, right? But I thought I was cool because at the time perms was in. But I look back in the photos and I had this crazy perm with a straight fringe and hairspray my fringe up like that. It was crazy looking. So yeah, that was cool. And
So
then
what I like
I went,
about you,
yeah,
I don't want to say you're the fun one and
yeah,
Masha's the serious one, but at the end of the
yeah.
day, it's you guys have a wild complementary compilation of um coaching practices. You know,
Yeah,
mind, body health, nutrition, breath work. Um,
yeah.
at the end of the day, you guys do retreats. And I'm just so curious, how does that work? Is this it's something you've done for a while or just something new?
And I've been doing this sort of work since I've been in my early 20s because I was always loving people and sport and all my life I was actually a gymnastic champion in Ireland. And like I said, I played netball for my country. I was qualified as a sports and PE teacher. Then I keep learning more nutrition, massage, reflexology, energy healing, this sort of stuff. So I've been working in this field since I've been 20. I'm now 53. So that's over 30 years and it's my passion. And with it, it makes you can travel because, like Masha was saying, you can kind of, it can give you the advantage of traveling. So I'm very blessed. I was in Bali last year for 6 weeks working and doing retreats. I go to Dubai and work in retreats because my son lives in Dubai, so I'm going to visit him. So we just want to really expand on that and collaborate more and attract beautiful women who also want to grow and want to collaborate and want to have fun along the way, and that we can learn off each other. So
Yes, 100%. And we have the understanding that if something is not fun, it's not worth doing. So we're actually, this is Shift Hub is our passion project. And David, I think you mentioned, so we have our own thing, but we're collaborating on this. Yes, at the moment, because it's still a baby, we kind of have to do other things as well. But once we get more and more members, that could be our primary focus, which that's the goal actually. And once again, I mentioned I compliment Audrey in the sense that my first major was in mathematics, and I'm actually have a very scientific, logical mind. So everything for me is important that it has a structure and it has a certain strategy, and I kind of bring that to the business. I have a lot of corporate experience as well, where I work with CEOs and the teams, and I think the combination of these two is unique because the women that we attract, they come from business backgrounds. Some of them run various companies, some of them very entrepreneurial and career oriented. Some women are more into spirituality and fitness and but we all share the same values. We all share the values of personal growth. So we all understand the concept of lifelong learning, and there's always a way to grow, and there's always a way to better our lives and to shift. As we say, shift happens, and so we're there to support each other through those shifts.
yeah,
I need that bumper sticker, but yes.
shift happens.
That's our slogan. Shift happens.
That's why we picked it.
Exactly. So, Masha, can I ask you, what I'm thinking right now is, I think I'm getting the idea that you coach women. Do you coach men? Is that a part of your program, or sorry, Audrey can chime in too.
In my personal coaching practice, I actually have more men than women. In the last couple of years, I've had more men than women. Maybe not much more, maybe like 60-40. But Shift Hub currently is just for women.
Very mathematical. Yes.
Right. It creates a perfect visual, no? When you see the numbers.
Exactly. Following you. You're good.
Yeah. So,
Keep talking. I'm sorry, I interrupted.
Yeah, no, that's it. But Shift Hub currently is for women, as Audrey said, for women by women. But we have future plans to create, once all the structures in place and we know exactly how it's being run, we just create a separate division for men in the same age group. One of the main reasons we want to do that is because when we do retreats, we want to do singles retreats within Shift Hub. So we bring women, men.
Bumper sticker. Yeah. All right.
Excellent. Yeah. Excellent. Now, I know Marbella and Estepona, and it's such a beautiful place and beautiful area, and I've been there. I've not been there for a few years, but I remember that it's always been such a vibrant, busy community. So, yes. In itself, or are you just looking for people in the area, or is this very much going international and reaching out to women in all different areas, and bringing them into those retreats?
It's a
No,
global community.
yeah, it's a global. It's mainly like it's online. Obviously, be offline when we have physical retreats. But I mean, we're attracting local people, obviously our friends and our family. But it's global. So we have ladies from America, we've ladies in the UK, we've ladies in different places like that. And we've only launched it in November. So our plan is to really go wide and far and get many different women of all different nationalities, all different backgrounds to come together and go through these years of, 40 plus together and
Yeah, yeah.
support and learn from each other.
Wow.
Excellent, excellent. So, and I got the vibe from both of you that this is almost like a project you're doing together with the hope that it's actually going to grow and potentially take over what you're doing individually, that this will be
Yes,
your thing
yeah,
for the future. Is that
it's
right?
Correct.
How
Yes,
do you see
correct.
that working?
What do you mean? How do we see that working?
Well, is it something that you're going to try and do by the end of the year? Is it something a longer term thing? Do you have a plan? Is there a
We do
schema in
have a plan.
place?
We do have
Yeah,
a plan. According to our plan, it will take about 2 years to get it to where we want to, where we can actually 100% focus on Shift Hub.
yeah,
And to be honest, I don't know if it will ever be 100% because we're so multifaceted. Like we're just like we like to do many different things,
yeah,
and that's fine. I think it's
yeah.
great. But I think yes, in a couple of years is when we can
yeah.
Excellent.
relax
And
and yeah,
and
we
and
can we
and I
can we
know.
can change we can change the equation. Here I'm going to math again. Shift half is
I need my calculator.
the money maker and what we focus on mainly, and the rest is on the side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
But you
know
see,
I know with my own things that one thing tends to lead into another, and into another.
I was just going to say that, Howard,
Yeah,
because what
yeah,
when we have our own personal clients that come with us for either health, body, mind, soul things anyway, so that can just transfer into, do you want to join our community? It's a
yeah,
beautiful sisterhood. So,
yeah,
it's just roll into each other.
yeah. No, that's good.
Yeah.
Good.
So you offer retreats and different set programs. And what is the content or the ideas you're trying to coach? And I know Howard's in the UK. You guys are in Spain. Sorry, I said that out loud. And where do you think the content is coming from or should go
So
for your
I'd like
coaching?
to first of all, I
I,
think I want to
I'm
clarify.
kind of trying to get into,
Yeah,
understand, what Shift Hub's all about and,
yeah.
what you're doing.
I think the
Is it
first
is
thing.
it is it a set program that you cover
Yeah.
the same things each time, or I mean, you mentioned earlier that sometimes you bring other people in as well.
Yeah.
Do you have a program that you're looking to deliver for the people the clients that come?
No, very good questions. Very good questions. I want to clarify, first of all, it's not a coaching platform. So Shift Hub is not a coaching platform, right? It's a community, it's a global community, and it offers, yes, we have an academy side, but it's more a place for support, a place to learn, a place to connect, a place to network. We have every month we have a theme. So there is a specific course. Basically, each month there's a new course or a theme that people can then go back and do them on their own time. But we actually meet in person, well, in person, virtually, 4 times a month, every Tuesday. And the first meeting is usually introducing the theme. So it's a little bit of a training on a particular topic. So, for example, December was all about saying goodbye to what no longer serves you with gratitude. So it was a month of gratitude, but also about releasing and letting go. January was about manifesting using quantum physics. It was a whole course on that. Well, it's 4 weeks course. Then February was about reimagining self-love. That's the topic, right, Audrey? March is about feminine energy, the power of being feminine, connecting to, so we're kind of connecting to, let's say February was about, let's say, month of love, Valentine's Day, March is March 8th is, International Women's Day, and then April is all about money and managing money and being comfortable with money. And that's the topic that was raised by our community. That was something that women said we would love to learn more about. And so we do interact a lot. We ask questions like, what do you want to learn more about? What are you interested in? And then once a month, we'll bring a guest speaker based on the theme of that month. And we try to pick really like high-end, powerful speakers, very interesting speakers that bring a lot of value to the community. Then once a month, we have a networking event. And in the networking event, everybody get to present what they're doing, but we do feature 1 to 2 people that may be having a specific event that they want to promote or talk more about themselves. So we do that. And then in the middle of the month, we do like a check-in. How are you doing? Do you need any help? Do you need the support? What's happening? So yeah, that part can sound a little bit like coaching, but it's much more than that.
So it's not just about the retreats.
No, retreats is just, retreats is just one of the things that we offer.
Yeah.
It's not.
So this is much more about creating a community
Yes.
that supports each other.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Got it.
And where do your, sorry, Howard.
Carry on.
No, this is a group conversation. So it's like, where do your, I won't say, Audrey's the fun one and Masha's
That's okay. You
the
can say
serious one. But at the end of the day, it's like you both have certain skill sets, let's put it, personal things you might bring to those communities.
Yes.
Yeah,
I know Masha likes to dance, and Audrey's athletic, the best I know.
And I get that's why you're bringing in other people, specialists, let's say on the money side, who can really go into that side to enable people, or the women, to manage their, things that they can do easily to make money. I mean, I've got a couple of friends two lady friends who have brought me into a currency transaction. And they basically tell me what to do and when to do it, and I make a 15% margin every time I do something.
Nice.
And it's almost like money for nothing.
Nice.
Because I'm not using, my own ability. It's their ability and advice that is then making me money.
Yeah. Amazing. Great.
Very good.
So having those extra speakers in, I think, has a real value, without a doubt.
Yeah, and then like Masha says, depending on the team, like even for example, we have a fantastic lady. She's actually an Indian doctor, and she has an Ayurvedic retreat and clinic in London and in India. And she came on to teach the ladies all about Ayurveda and health and what to do for your body and face yoga and all. And the women love that kind of stuff. And then the following month, we had my lovely spiritual teacher, and she's amazing. She goes all over the world giving talks about the soul, how you are, karma, consciousness, about life, gratitude, how to live. And she's a fantastic speaker. So she came on when we had our self-love month. And then, like Masha said, we have someone else giving a talk on the finances. So we always get good, high quality speakers to come on who are like really like top of their field to come in to inspire the ladies. And like Masha says, we kind of listen to what the women want. Like, what is it? What's causing you the most pain at the moment? What you really need to learn about is the way money. Then we'll do the money thing. What is happening now? Oh, hormones and health. So because we're only starting out and only launched it in November, we're kind of growing organically with the community and listening to what they need, because it's a community at the end of the day. We want to keep them happy and keep them entertained and keep them, interested. So we're kind of going with we have a plan, but we're also tuning in and listening to what the needs of our community members, what they want.
Got it.
Which is good. Yeah.
So that sort of moved the shape a little bit of what we first understood, because I think both myself and David thought that this was all about doing a retreat, but this is about building something much bigger, a community.
Yes.
I mean, I suppose immediate questions that I have is, how many members have you got at the moment? How many are you looking for? And And I have another question, which is, Audrey, you're a little bit of a dark horse because it was very hard to find
Oh,
any information on you because you don't seem to have a website. You've got limited visibility on LinkedIn,
yeah,
and
on
even
LinkedIn.
on Facebook, it's more about posts and things you've done.
Yeah,
There's nothing that sort of says who Audrey is and what she does. Does that make
yeah,
sense?
yeah.
And,
It
and
does.
my question comes
Yeah.
that are you going to change that by having a website to give people an understanding of what ShiftHub is all about?
We
Oh,
have a
we have
ShiftHub website.
we do
Oh,
have
you
a
do?
ShiftHub website.
Yeah,
Excellent.
We have a ShiftHub.
They
shifthub.me.
do.
Yeah,
I've
we
been
have a
there.
ShiftHub Instagram page. We have a ShiftHub LinkedIn page. So we have a lot of things on ShiftHub. To tell you the absolute truth, Masha will probably laugh at this because I'm so into people and being with people and living in the moment. One of my, I would say, faults, which I'm getting better at now, is technology. Just like
Right.
Howard, you were having a problem with technology.
Yeah.
I'm very much all about the people being out there. I'm very social. In my house, I'm always having barbecues. I have 100 people over at a party. I'm the life and soul of the party. So when it comes to technology and all that, it's kind of something. That's why I got out of business management. I didn't like that. That's why Masha does the serious side of things. But put me in a room with people and I love it. So
Got it.
that part of me has never really come to the surface, which obviously obviously we have got a ShiftHub platform now, so that's going to change in the future. And it's quite interesting when you said that because it made me smile because that is exactly what I'm like when it comes to that sort of stuff.
But
Um,
how, sorry, yeah,
Go
Howard,
ahead.
also what I want to add to this is that one of the reasons ShiftHub was born is because I wanted to move away from just like selling myself and my services, being Masha Malka, the 1 minute coach. And even though I have the trademark and I've built that for many years, I decided it's time to move away from that because I started thinking about retirement. I started thinking, okay, what assets do I have? What can I sell besides my time? And
So
so I
this is
decided,
legacy.
yes, so it's a legacy, and it's also kind of a way to create an exit strategy where that does not have necessarily my name or Audrey's name for that matter. Yes, we're
Yeah.
the founders. Yes, we're getting it off the ground. But the idea is to build it into a community, a company that is structured in a way that it runs itself, that ladies get involved, they contribute, they run courses. We can expand to maybe having different chapters in different cities. Hopefully that would be the case. And
Yeah.
then eventually it could be something, it's a standalone thing. There is a Shift Hub, and then there is Masha Malka, and then there is Audrey Spearing, but it's not necessarily that we need that Audrey needs such a big presence, or even I need such a big presence. It's, we're building a company.
Yeah, definitely.
And I just wanted also to share a little story as to another reason why specifically we're focusing on this particular niche, women going through midlife transition. Beginning of last year, I think maybe it started a little bit before, but it culminated not this January, the January before, 2025, in me just, I don't know how to describe it. Like I couldn't recognize myself in the way that I was reacting to things, and everything just was changing, and I couldn't understand what was happening to me. I really couldn't. And I was having a lot of fights with my son, who was 18 at the time. And at one point, I thought to myself, if I don't do something, I'm just going to permanently ruin my relationship with my son, because it was absolutely no reason for me to be the way I was. So I went to see a doctor, and I'm like, what's happening? So he did the test, and he's like, oh, well, you're having a hormonal revolution. I'm like, great. Do I have to, like, I don't want to have a hormonal
Yeah. Yeah.
revolution. But here's the interesting part. I'm an
We're all
educated
adults
person.
here. Go ahead.
I'm an educated person. I wrote a book. I wrote a few books. The last book is on emotional mastery. I teach people how to master emotions. And that's what was so strange to me, because suddenly I was completely out of control. Like I could not, no knowledge of how to manage this, how to react to this, like was helping at the time. And it's not that I never heard about menopause. I've heard about menopause. I've heard about hormonal changes. But you know what? Like many other women that I hear, which is a little bit, I still trying to understand why women feel this way. Well, at least I did. Oh, it's not going to happen to me. Oh, no, no, no. I'll be fine. I know that they have like hot flashes and memory loss and all this like an emotional ups and downs. Not going to happen to me. No, no, no. I know how to handle myself.
Yeah.
So, and then I didn't.
Welcome to my coaching. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
exactly.
hear that all the time.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, exactly. That's what you do. So, so then I thought to myself, how many other women are going through this, experiences this, don't know how to handle this, don't know what's happening to them. And then, of course, when the hormones start to change, we start to react to everything in life differently. Suddenly, we see our partners in a whole different light. Suddenly, we feel about jobs and careers in a whole different way because of the way hormones change,
Exactly.
right? Yeah. And David, if you want to add something to it, because I know you work a lot with women in this transition,
Yeah.
then
I mean,
feel free to do that.
I had in my men's group last month, so at the end of February, we had a lady come in, and she was basically teaching us about menopause, but also andropause, because this happens to men
Right.
as well, and it now brings us to the party. And it's only over the last 5 or 6 years that women have been actually talking to each other about this, and it's only now that men are actually being invited to the conversation. And most men have no idea what the menopause is.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, I had an earlier um, encounter with menopause with my ex, and she refused to have any help. She thought she could, do it the hard way. No HRT, no alternatives, and she ended up with a real personality shift. So it's always been, I say close to my heart, but it's always been something I've been aware of, certainly for the last, 14 years.
Yeah.
Um, but it's only now that women are talking about it more openly, and that men are finally coming in. This is now a conversation for men and women, because
Yeah.
men
It is.
men have
It is.
got andropause, and suddenly andropause is becoming a thing for men, and that's almost getting them in the door to speak about menopause as well. And menopause isn't something that happens just to women.
No, of
Menopause
course.
it happens to men and women, because men are involved in the relationship as well.
Yeah,
And unless
definitely.
unless we're included, then I think that's a bad thing. Um,
100%.
Well, there's
and
periopause right in the middle. Actually, I've been talking with doctors about that, trying to, get the best coaches to help conversations. And I think sometimes I'll talk with about guys, but at the end of the day, it's like women don't know where they are in that particular what are you trying to say, struggle? But it's just kind of a journey.
Yeah.
And
To
you
be
kind of
honest,
wake
I've
up and you have no idea, and it might take 10 years, and
yeah,
you're
but
just
I
confused.
do feel it for you guys. I'm being honest because as women go through this hormonal roller coaster of everything that's going on, and you meet your wife or your girlfriend when she's in her 20s or 30s, everything's great, sex is great, everything's cool, she's cool, and all of a sudden, flips like you said. People have personality shifts, and the hormones are all over the place, and they can be snappy and irritable, and they have weight gain, and their libido goes down, or they're happy 1 minute and then crying the next minute, and they're sweating in the bed. There's so many and then you guys, bless you, you're like by our sides
wondering what
thinking,
the hell
how am
is
I?
going on.
What the heck? How do I cope? Shall I just say nothing? Shall I say something? Shall I back up? I mean, we don't even understand our own mind. So how the bloody hell are you meant to understand our
Yeah,
mind?
yeah.
It's
Yeah, well,
crazy.
I'm a walking space heater, so um, people love me in the winter and don't like me in the summer. Let's put it that way.
Right. Yeah. It's funny, yeah.
But it
Ma-
is
ma-
it is a big sort of question mark. And we just don't know enough about it, and we don't share enough about it.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly. You know, that would be a really good idea to have like a couples retreat and have menopause and like you said, the male version of that, having coaches
andropause, yeah,
coming in, yeah, and actually get couples to speak and to communicate about what's happening in
yeah,
that phase. Because I mean, a lot of divorces, a lot of separations, a lot of affairs outside of marriage, a lot of emotional breakdowns happen in that period of midlife
yeah,
crisis,
yeah,
whether it's
yeah,
mile or female. That's where people break up, isn't it? You know, you're
yeah,
married
yeah.
20,
A
30 years,
large
break up.
proportion, I would say, is as a result, or as a repercussion of what's going
Yeah,
on,
yeah,
and not talking about it with each
yeah.
other,
Communication for sure.
and the women and the men not actually understanding what the hell is going on.
No,
Um,
totally,
I mean,
totally.
some of the men sort of think, well, where's the woman that I was married to? Where's she gone?
Yeah,
Because she's morphed into something else.
a hundred
Um,
percent,
So can I throw
100.
something in the conversation here?
Sure.
Um, it is funny. No, it's not funny. But at the end of the day, I'm working with a couple of doctors that's what they do. And I can send you videos. They coach women through that perimenopause or the menopause moment, whatever you want to label it. But at the end of the day, she's changed her coaching to she's coaching doctors now because you come out of med school and you're not
Mm,
talking about this.
no.
And
yeah,
you don't
there's
you don't
just not enough
understand it.
information,
It should
knowledge
be a
around it.
science. Yeah, information. Howard,
Yeah.
perfect.
I
And
mean, it's been almost a taboo subject that
Yeah,
people just don't talk about.
yeah.
And the interesting thing is, even women don't talk to each other about it. They might go and talk to a doctor, but the doctors don't know enough about it to really help them.
I know.
that's
I
my
know.
point.
Yeah,
That's why my friend's coaching other
yeah, yeah,
doctors. It's
got
like
it.
you,
Yeah,
you're not thinking about this.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
It's
crazy.
it it
And if you think of it, like women, we like and men, we have a higher life expectancy. Where a
Yes.
couple of hundred years ago, people were dying much younger, so
We'd
they
all be
they
dead by now.
They
Yeah,
probably died before even menopause kicked in. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
Realistically, like we hadn't got the health, we hadn't got the sanitation, we hadn't got the thing, and now women are living, men living 70, 80s, 90s, even up to hundreds. So we're morphing into this situation where we're together in a relationship when you're 20, 30, 40, then you go in 40, 50, 60, and everything changes. Your body, your mind, your hormones, your libido, your everything is changing.
yeah.
So I think it's definitely something that has to be spoken about more. And I think, and you're right, what you said, Howard,
I like your
communication.
mindset, Audrey. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, and communication is key, isn't it? Communication,
It
being
is. Yeah.
honest. Look, I'm being honest. I'm feeling very emotional today. I'm all over the place. Ignore anything I'm going to say today. I don't mean it. I'm just feeling extremely hormonal. At least if a woman says that to a man, you can go, okay, she's warned me. I'll back away. I'll keep out of her energy space. Let this roll, and she'll be fine tomorrow.
Yeah.
But the problem is we don't say those things, and then
No.
you guys get the back end of it.
And for a woman going through menopause, it's her nervous system is all over the place,
It's very discombobulated. It's my favorite word.
Absolutely.
Very
Absolutely.
discombobulated.
I like that word.
Yeah, I
So
love it.
I'll just add in here, Marsha says that she's on a call, an urgent call.
Okay.
Um, so she's apologizing. I don't know if she's apologizing that she's not coming back.
Who knows? It's probably why you can't really pin me down. I'm a dark horse. I do nearly too many things that, I teach conscious connected breath work. I teach yoga. I teach mindfulness. I do
Yeah,
coaching. I'm a
yeah,
reflexologist. I give talks on nutrition. I give talks on ancient yoga philosophy, the Vedic way, how to live your life in consciousness and karma and very spiritual, what happens to the soul when you pass away, all that kind of stuff. Um, mindfulness, yoga, very kind of spiritual side. I have a very
yeah,
spiritual side, which I love. And that's what I love more as I get older.
yeah,
When I was younger, I was more, it's funny how you change, isn't it?
yeah,
I was more about looking amazing and having the six pack and having the perfect body and eating the right amount of protein and looking brilliant in my photos. And of course, I still want to look good. But as my decades have moved on, you know that you're not your body, you're not
Yeah.
even your mind, you're actually your
Yeah.
soul, you're immortal, you're a spirit. So my kind of focus is very holistic now. So when people come to me for coaching or for reflexology or for a consultation got to do with whatever's going on in their life, I see it as a holistic.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what we want. We want to do. We want to collaborate with ladies who are
Yeah.
already out there doing their thing, and who have the kind of same values as us, who are
Yeah.
respectful, honest,
Yeah.
fair with prices, fair with commissions, genuine who want to help people. Not full of
Yeah.
bull BS. Good,
Yeah.
decent people, right?
Yeah.
We want to attract women, and we have some amazing women in our community, like really top. We have some
Yeah.
amazing ladies. Some are more spiritual, some are more business orientated, some are really, really high on the career ladder, others really more into the soul. Very mixed, okay?
Yeah.
And we do get that at the moment. It's a big mix of people. But then as the community grows, we want to branch off and kind of break people into smaller, like Masha was saying, shift circles. So we'll say, okay, who really wants to learn about finances, for example, or who
Yeah.
really wants to learn about Ayurvedic and health and breath work and nutrition and that kind of stuff. And once we get an idea, we'll put them into smaller mini compartments, if you know what I
Got
mean.
it.
And
Yeah.
we can
Yeah.
and we can
Yeah.
and then we can pull the experts in either in-house from the ladies who are already in the community, because they're a member, they have a platform, they can do a presentation or a webinar or a
Yeah.
4-week course, and we'll do a deal with them that the Shift Hub members can use their service and products for a cheaper price or give us a little tiny bit of commission, whatever. We'll sort that. We haven't
Yeah.
got to that point yet.
Yeah.
That's where we're wanting to go. Thank
Find a
you so much,
schedule.
guys. It was so nice
Audrey,
to speak to you.
thank
Thank
you.
you.
And hopefully I'll see you next Thursday.
Well, I will be there, so will Masha. So maybe, yeah. Take care. Thank you so much.
All right,
Pleasure. All the
Audrey,
best.
I won't be there,
Bye.
but great to meet you.
Bye.